The internet apocalypse is coming. Because of most horrifying solar storm. Get ready for an incredible cosmic adventure as we delve into the captivating tale of solar storms. Recently, the sun put on a mind-blowing show, unleashing a breathtaking solar storm that left scientists awestruck. This colossal event carved out a gigantic fire cannon that had everyone's jaw dropping. Thankfully, NASA's Solar Dynamics Observatory was there to capture the whole spectacle in a mesmerizing animation of swirling charged plasma. However, amidst our admiration for this stunning display, experts caution us that our luck may not last forever when faced with a more intense solar storm. As the sun approaches its peak activity in 2023, it becomes vital to investigate the historical consequences of solar flares on Earth and consider the potential threat they pose to our very existence. So fasten your seatbelts because we're embarking on an extraordinary journey through the vastness of space. Brace yourselves for the incredible story of sun's fiery tantrums and their potential impact on our beloved planet Earth. But before we begin, let's dive right into the heart of this celestial drama. Let's take a closer look at the fascinating world of solar wind and its effects on Earth. The sun's coronal holes, those mysterious dark spots on its surface, are the birthplace of this stream of high-energy particles. It's incredible to think that despite the immense distance between the sun and our planet, these particles can make their way to Earth in just 6 days. The speediest among them can cover this vast journey in a mind-boggling 2 minutes. When these particles meet Earth's magnetic field, they're mostly guided towards the poles, giving us the breathtaking spectacle of auroras. It's like nature's very own light show, but during extreme solar storms, things can get wild. The forceful plasma shoots through space at double its usual speed, causing mayhem in Earth's magnetosphere, and setting off geomagnetic storms. This might sound like something out of a sci-fi movie, but it's happened before. Now let's get back to the year 1859, when an astronomer named Richard Carrington saw something amazing in space. He saw a huge burst of energy from the sun called a solar flare. This flare caused a very powerful storm in Earth's magnetic field, which we called a geomagnetic storm. The geomagnetic storm caused a lot of problems for telegraph systems in Europe and North America. Telegraph lines, which were used to send messages, started to go crazy. Some lines even caught fire because of the strong electric currents caused by the storm. This caused a lot of confusion and vulnerability in society because people relied on telegraphs for communication. But amidst the chaos, people were treated to an extraordinary sight. The northern lights could be seen all over the world. Luckily, society back then wasn't as dependent on electricity as we are today, so they bounced back relatively quickly. One such event took place in March 1989, when a significant solar storm struck Earth. Surprisingly, it wasn't an exceptionally powerful outburst, but its consequences were far from insignificant. The entire Canadian province of Quebec was plunged into darkness for a staggering 12 hours. The power grid felt the brunt of the storm's impact, showcasing how vulnerable our modern infrastructure can be. This incident serves as a stark reminder of what could happen if a solar storm of Carrington-level magnitude were to happen today. The repercussions could be catastrophic. Recent research has shed light on the frequency of powerful magnetic storms, suggesting that they may be more common than previously thought. This realization heightens the threat we face. Solar activity operates on an 11-year cycle, with peak periods witnessing particularly violent eruptions. Scientists have made significant progress in understanding the connection between changes in Earth's magnetic field and the most potent solar flares. They have identified 2 categories of dangerous events: strong magnetic superstorms, which tend to occur roughly every 3 years, and the rare but immensely destructive megastorms. These megastorms have only happened 6 times in the past 150 years, but the specter of the next one looms on the horizon. Back in 2012, we had a close call with a potential disastrous solar outburst, but luck was on our side as the solar wind veered away from Earth. However, we cannot rely on fortune to save us from the next giant solar flare. The exact consequences of a massive solar storm are hard to predict, but we can imagine the breathtaking sight of colorful auroras lighting up the sky around the world. In the midst of this celestial show, something peculiar called Steve might make an appearance. During a geomagnetic storm in August 2022, observers were captivated by the sight of purple and white glowing ribbons, even in faraway places like Pennsylvania. However, the mysterious nature of Steve remains, although we often see it during solar storms. Scientists warn us that while auroras may be beautiful, they can also cause serious disruptions to electronic systems, aviation equipment, communication networks, and the power grid. Even undersea communication cables could be affected, leading to a global internet catastrophe that could last for months or even longer. The economic impact of such a disaster could be in the billions of trillions of dollars, but the loss of technology is not the only concern. Solar storms could also trigger natural disasters like droughts, floods, earthquakes, and tsunamis. We have observed a connection between increased solar activity and more frequent seismic events, like the devastating 2004 earthquake and tsunami that affected multiple countries. To minimize the harmful effects of solar storms, dedicated scientists are working hard on early warning systems. Spacecraft like the Solar and Heliospheric Observatory (SOHO) and the Solar Dynamics Observatory (SDO). They both provide crucial data for predicting extreme solar events. As we approach the peak of solar activity in 2023, the importance of these efforts becomes even greater. However, researchers have discovered the powerful geomagnetic storms that can surprise us even during periods of calm solar activity, emphasizing the need for constant vigilance. Governments around the world prioritize space weather forecasts in order to ensure preparedness. NASA's Parker Solar Probe, currently venturing closer to the Sun than previous spacecrafts, has the potential to quickly detect coronal emissions. The Solar Orbiter, a collaboration between NASA and the European Space Agency, provides stunning images of the Sun, helping scientists understand the origins of solar storms and hopefully predict their paths. At the same time, researchers are exploring innovative solutions, such as artificial geomagnetic fields, in order to strengthen Earth's natural defenses against high-speed charged particles from the Sun. Interestingly, NASA's space probes have stumbled upon an energy barrier created by human ingenuity that surrounds our planet. This barrier forms through the interaction of low-frequency radio waves with cosmic particles and extends into the inner part of the Van Allen radiation belts. These belts trap charged solar wind particles that would otherwise harm Earth's magnetosphere. While this accidental shield exists, questions remain about its effectiveness against the most severe solar storms. Should we rely on this fortunate discovery or seek more robust defense mechanisms? In conclusion, the Sun is gearing up for its peak performance in 2023, and we can't afford to ignore its impending danger of a massive solar storm. We've witnessed the havoc caused by solar flares in the past, and now scientists are warning that these megastorms might happen more frequently than we thought. Although we're working hard to create early warning systems and deepen our knowledge of solar activity, the truth is we're still vulnerable to the unpredictable nature of these events. It's a stark reminder of our own fragility. So as we search for ingenious solutions and prepare ourselves for the cosmic tangle between Earth and the Sun, only time will reveal just how ready we are for the next celestial showdown. That's it for today's video, and we'll meet you in the next one. Till then, keep exploring the wonders and threats of our universe. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more such videos.